So hello all. Today I'll give you some introduction to ABAP on HANA and HANA Studio. First, see what is HANA Studio. HANA Studio is a development environment, just like our GUI. We have a GUI, right? SAP GUI, where we access SAP servers, different SAP servers, and by using different transaction codes, we're able to develop the objects, right? So similarly, we have another tool called HANA Studio, or you can use Eclipse. Is anyone aware of Eclipse? Eclipse Workbench, where you can create projects like whoever learned some Java or some UI technologies, you might be aware of Eclipse editor, where you can add the projects and do the development. Okay, it's just a development environment, a tool where we can do the development and create the objects, right? So SAP ABAP can also be created or access SAP servers can also be accessible in Eclipse editor. Okay, instead of GUI, you can implement or you can access SAP servers in the Eclipse environment. So for SAP, they have a Eclipse based editor. So which is developed based on the Eclipse environment, that is HANA Studio. Or instead of HANA Studio, we can just install any recent Eclipse editor and we can add the HANA tools. Eclipse is not specific for SAP. So you can develop any project in Eclipse tool, right? Java, UI, different other tools, programs also we can develop in Eclipse editor, right? But HANA Studio is provided by SAP as an installation package where you can access it directly. So this is HANA Studio. This is already installed in our server, which we are accessing. This one, SAP HANA Studio, right? Let's see what is HANA Studio and how can we access SAP servers, and then we'll see what is HANA and what is ABAP on HANA. Okay. So in SAP, few objects like ABAP, which are related to HANA database. The ABAP programs, what we write uh, to improve the performance, like we use some concepts like CDS views, AMDPs, right? So which are going to execute in the HANA database and provide the results to the application layer to improve the performance. I'll explain in detail later. Like those kind of objects we can develop only in Eclipse environment or HANA Studio. We cannot create those objects in SAP GUI like CDS views. We cannot create CDS views in our normal GUI. We can only create that in HANA Studio or Eclipse environment. Okay. Along with that, you can access all your programs, tables, whatever the objects you create in the SAP GUI. You can also do the same things in HANA Studio as well or Eclipse environment. First, let's see how to open or how to create a project. In HANA Studio, we have different perspectives, like one for ABAP, one for BW, other one for SAP HANA development, HANA database development. We have different perspectives in Eclipse or this HANA Studio environment. Before going to do our development, we need to choose our relevant perspective. To choose your perspective, here, go to here, open perspective. So which perspective you want to do? For now, I am going to ABAP perspective. Select ABAP. Open ABAP perspective. Here. As of now, there are no projects in the workspace. No projects are added. What we need to do? We need to create one project to add our server, these servers. We have two servers, right? 2021 and 2022. First, we need to add these servers to the Eclipse environment. This is one time job. First, we need to create the project here. You can create a project from here. New ABAP project. Since we are in ABAP perspective, it will show ABAP project, or you have a shortcut here. Create ABAP project. Right? First, create the project. It will show the servers, whatever available in the GUI, whatever already configured in SAP GUI here. Select the server what you want to add in the HANA Studio. These details are auto populated. Next, what is the client number we are using in here?
800.
800. Provide the username and password. What I am doing? I'm creating a project. I'm creating a project for my, let me give different name, 2022. I'll give like this. Finish. Project is created. If you see this, the project is created for 2022 server. Now, let's expand this, expand the project. What you can see here, local objects. That means all the objects which we created using which package? $TMP package. $TMP
Yes.
package. All the objects will be maintained under this local package. There are around 17,480 objects are here, including tables, programs, structures, and different objects. Right? Whatever we assign to $TMP local package, all you can see here. If you expand further, these are the different type of objects. These are transaction codes. If you see, these are custom transaction codes what we created, right? Or maybe including standard transactions as well. Since we assign it to local package, this might be only custom transaction codes what we created, because standard transaction codes will be assigned to different packages, standard packages. So these are all custom transaction codes whatever we created. Just double click on one transaction code and check. So you can access same transaction code SC93, right? This is SC93, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So same environment here in HANA Studio as well. Okay. Test one transaction code. Test this. Looks like it is inconsistent. There is some issue. So I'm able to access that maintenance screen, right? The department maintenance screen. From here also, you can do your changes to the maintenance screens and all. Where are the programs? It's in source code library. Your programs, classes, functions, we have it in source code library. If you go to the programs, you can see all the programs which we created in GUI. Let's go to some custom programs. These are also some custom objects only, even they are not starting with Z. These are all programs what we created. This one, right? ZDemo join PO data. This is the program we created to work on the joins, right? In GUI.
Yes.
So we can create or we can edit, we can execute programs from HANA Studio as well, right? From HANA editor also, HANA Studio editor also, we can create the programs. We can access the programs or any ABAP objects. There are some advantages of using HANA editor. It will provide inline syntax check, online syntax check. So when we do syntax check in ABAP GUI, once we complete the program, when we click on the syntax check, it will display the errors, right? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, sir.
But here, let me type some syntax. I'm typing some incorrect syntax. If you observe, it is highlighted that statement because that is a invalid syntax. You can see the relevant error here, right? It is showing inline syntax check. You don't need to wait for the program completion, and you don't need to press on syntax check. Whenever you are typing, it will show the syntax check as well, syntax errors as well, so that you can correct immediately, right? Sort is not expected. A similar statement is sort. It is displaying that error suggestion as well. What is this relevant statement? Sort LTPO data by no component exists with the name EBLNN. I've provided some incorrect field name. It is displaying error immediately, right? We are not doing any syntax check, right? It is automatically checking syntaxes for each line. May activate the program. So here to execute the program, how can we execute the program here? You can see these options. Run, run as ABAP application. You can use this. Click on run as ABAP application. So you can see the same screen actually. So this is the output, right? So you can also create programs in HANA Studio. Only thing is, go to the package where you want to create the programs. In normal, in our GUI, first we go to SE38 transaction code, create the program, and then we assign the package, right? But here, first we go to the package, right click or right click on the package, or you can also right click on the sub object like source code library and programs. Right click, create new ABAP program. Provide the name of the program. Here you can change the package if you want to change. If you want to assign a different package, you can assign here, right? And provide the name of the program.
So what are the other packages exist? Like,
Yeah, let me show you. Let me create a simple program and then I'll show you the other packages. Whatever the packages you can see in the GUI, right? Same packages will be available here, including standard SAP packages. We'll see that now. So to create any object, so go to the package, go to the relevant package. You can right click here to create that object, or if you want to see more, click on other repository objects. You can see different other programming types here, or go to the sub object and create, right click, create new program. So here you can write your program, right? This is check. If you want to do check again, use this check, activate, activate the program, and then execute, run as ABAP application. So this is the output. This is how you can create your programs in HANA Studio. How can you access tables? How can you access tables, whatever we created, or how can you create a new table? Go to dictionary. What does it contains? All the data dictionary objects like data elements, domains, database tables, structures, right? Views. So all the database objects you can access here. If you go to database tables, you can see the tables what we created in SAP GUI. Z demo, employee. So it is displaying in a different view here, right? It is not displaying the SAP SC11 data dictionary, but when
Yes,
you,
sir.
I think we need to do some change here. Display the SC11 data dictionary view. It is displaying the key fields and the relevant fields here. Let me right click, create new database table. Let me just try how it is displaying. Whenever created table in HANA Studio, most of the times I use GUI. Okay, it is showing some syntax to create the table. Looks like we need to create like this. Using define table syntax, using define table, it's little bit different in HANA Studio. But I think we can also access direct SC11 transaction code here. I need to find it how to. Okay, and key mpid colon data element. How they have created added non-primary key field. Looks like, yeah, not null. We have a null. We have a initial check, right? There is an initial check, right? In S11, there is one checkbox, right? Initial checkbox. So if you want to add that property, then we need to add not null. Okay. And the other field emp name, the new way of creating database table, emp name. Check the syntax, how it will create. Looks like no syntax errors. Activate the table. So your table is active now. Let me try to access same table in GUI. It is created, right? With the same data element. But let me check the table settings. So it is created as master data table. Automatically it's created as master data table. We did not provide these details, right?
Yes, sir.
Delivery class A. So these are called annotations. These are called annotations. The properties are provided here. Table delivery class A, data maintenance restricted. Data maintenance is restricted. I think we need to make it allow. To create the table maintenance, we need to make it allowed, this like this. Whatever the properties we are passing in the GUI, right, as in the properties, we need to pass all those properties here. We call these as annotations, right? Enhancement category, not extensible. I think we need to pass extensible to make it like to allow future enhancements. This is delivery class, right? Table category, transparent table. Activate. You go back and check display. Delivery and maintenance. Now the delivery and maintenance is allowed. If you use restricted, so it will automatically set to restricted property. Okay. Here we have a screen navigation. Here we have a screen navigation, and here we are creating tables using a simple syntax, right? So these are the key fields. That's why we are using key. Define table, table name, and fields. Mention the fields. Okay. Not null. What is not null? This one. We have initial key, checkbox, right? Force not null. So we are making it as a not null. So this is how we create tables. And you can also create data elements and domains and everything. So these tables can be created in GUI as well, right? But there are few objects like core data services. If you see this core data services, these CDS views can be created only in HANA Studio. We cannot create CDS views in GUI. Okay. So slowly SAP is moving from GUI to this Eclipse based editors. Slowly they are encouraging developers to adopt these Eclipse based editors, to use these Eclipse based editors to develop the objects. Okay. So whatever the new programming methods they are implementing, right? So we can only create them in the Eclipse based editors or HANA Studio. That's what SAP is doing. They're recommending to use this Eclipse based editors instead of GUI. Okay. Now let's see other packages too. So since it's a local package, it's available as a separate category. Now what about other packages? If you go to system library, of the our 2022 system, you can see all the rest of the packages, including standard packages. So these are all the different packages. If you see this demo flight, this is a standard package provided by SAP. If you expand this, you can see different objects under that package. There are sub package. There is a sub package. Let me choose one package, managed. So what are the objects here? It contains some source code library with some programs. A function looks like no programs available in this package. Classes and function modules, dictionary. Check the dictionary objects. We have 4 database tables under this package, right? So there are 4 database tables under the package. If you observe this, so in this syntax, right, in SQL based syntax, how they assign the foreign key?
With foreign key.
They are using syntax with foreign key. And what is this? Cardinality, right? In the foreign key, we have a cardinality option, right?
Ah, yes, sir.
This one, cardinality. Relation between foreign key table and check table. That is 0 to 1 relation they are using here. And this is the check table, right? This is the check table for which one? This travel ID field. Travel ID field. They are assigning a check table. And here what is this? Relation, where travel ID equal to booking dot foreign key field and check table field, right? So here we are doing that through navigation, but here in HANA Studio, so we can assign that foreign key by using this syntax. Okay. Did we assign any foreign key for our custom tables? Let me check so that you can understand how this syntax works. Where is our, go to data dictionary table and let's go to our custom tables. Jadramya ward. Let me click here. Looks like no foreign key created. Jadramya hospital. Yeah, if you observe this, so she assigned a foreign key for which field? Ward number field. In hospital table, there is a field called ward number. For ward number, she assigned a foreign key relationship. With which table? Ward master table. This is the check table here. Ward master is the check table where ward number equal to foreign key table ward number, right? So this is how she assigned the foreign key relationship in SE in our GUI editor. But here, if you want to assign foreign key relationship, you need to type the syntax with foreign key. What you need to provide here? With foreign key, what you need to provide? Check table name. What is the check table for this ward number? What is the master data table for this ward number? You have to provide that. And the join condition. where word number equal to foreign key table word number, right? Here we did not, she did not provide cardinality, I think. She did not maintain the cardinality. That's why this cardinality is a blank, right? Association or cardinality that is not maintained. Okay. Is everyone clear how this table creation is works in HANA Studio? So you need to maintain table properties in annotations and key field by using key syntax, and to allow not null, like for that initial key, checkbox, you need to use not null, right? For foreign key, we need to use this annotation. ABAP catalog foreign key dot screen check is true. We are enabling foreign key check for this field word number by using this annotation. Okay. So slowly we are will adopt this HANA Studio environment. Okay, by writing by developing some objects. Okay, now let me check the other packages. These are all the standard packages, standard SAP packages, where you can find the packages in system library. In system library node, you can find all these packages. There are around 3 lakhs 83,000 something objects are available in this system library. But you can see these are all the custom packages, right? Let me open one package. Till now we did not use any packages. So if you go to ZDemo package, expand this, what you can find? Data dictionary objects and source code library. The tables in source code library, you can find the programs. So depends on the package what you are trying to check. You can go to that relevant package and access your objects, ABAP objects, like including programs, functions, database tables, and everything. Okay. So when we talk about ABAP on HANA, we have two important concepts. What are those? CDS views and AMDP. ABAP managed database procedure. AMDP is nothing but ABAP managed database procedure. It's a database procedure we are creating. It's a database procedure we are creating. What is CDS view? Core data services. What is AMDP? ABAP managed. What happened? ABAP managed database procedure. I'll give you some quick introduction on these two. So why we use the CDS views or AMDPs? What is the necessary of using this? And how these are different from other our programs, or sorry, our database tables or programs. So CDS views we use to improve the performance of the data selection. When we are selecting data from multiple tables, how can we select data from tables? How we are able to select data from tables into our programs? How are we
By
selecting the
select
data?
statement.
By using
Select
OpenSQL
statement.
statements, right?
Yes,
OpenSQL
sir.
nothing but select statements. By using select statements, using joins, we are selecting the data, right? Core data services will also do the same thing. It will also select the data from tables. But how it is different from normal select statements? So instead of select statement, instead of not normal select statements on the database tables, when we go for CDS views, how it is different from normal select statement and using CDS view in our data selection. Where our select statements will execute? Is it an application layer or database layer?
Application layer.
Application layer, right? Our normal select statements will execute in application layer. But where will CDS views will execute? These will execute in database layer, HANA database layer, right? These are not going to execute in this data selection logic is not going to execute in application layer. This data selection logic will execute in HANA database layer. That's why it is faster than the data selection is faster than normal SQL statements. Why it is faster in HANA? Why it is faster in HANA database? First thing is HANA is a in-memory database. The other advantage of executing CDS views in HANA database is HANA supports multi-core parallel processing. Multi-cores. Core means each core represents one CPU. Let's assume each core represents one CPU. Let's say in HANA database we have 1000 CPU cores. 1000 CPU cores. The task, whatever the data selection logic we have executed, that will be divided into how many tasks? 1000 parallel tasks, and execute all these 1000 parallel tasks at the same time and provide the result, combined result. So it will be 1000 times faster, right, than normal select statement, since it's going to divide the task into 1000 CPU cores, right? So that's why if you execute this data selection logic in HANA database layer or HANA layer, it will be faster than the OpenSQL statements, right? How can we execute the data selection in HANA database layer? By using which one? CDS views. By using CDS views. Okay. By using the advanced properties in HANA database, the data selection will be executed faster than the normal OpenSQL select statement. Okay. And we have one more AMDP. In ABAP and HANA, we have one more concept called AMDP. It is a procedure, database procedure. So, okay, it is a database procedure again. here we have some advanced options where we can execute this database procedure in the HANA layer. Okay.
Sir, can you explain CDS view again, sir?
Yeah, I'll see. Today I'm going to give only quick introduction. Okay. So we'll have a separate class on ABAP and HANA where we are going to do get in detailed explanation, and I'll provide you the notes as well. Okay. So where the CDS views will execute, in which layer?
HANA database
HANA
layer.
database layer, and provide the result data to the ABAP layer. Okay. So HANA is a core data service. Core data service. So unlike OpenSQL, it will execute in which layer? HANA database layer.
Layer.
And like we have different types of CDS views with the joins where we can join multiple tables. Let's see a sample CDS view. Okay. Let's see creating a simple CDS view. Can we create CDS views in GUI?
No, sir.
This one? No, we cannot create. We cannot create CDS views in SAP GUI. We can create only where we can only create in Eclipse based editors or in HANA Studio. Okay. Let's go to HANA Studio. Choose your package. In which package you want to create this CDS view. You can also, if you have a proper package, select the package. For now, I'll create this in a temporary local package, our local package. How can you create the CDS view? I'll show you how to create it and how can we use this in our ABAP programs. Okay. Right click on the package, or you can go to core data services. You can see this folder, right? Core data services. So right click on this, or if you don't see this core data services folders, just right click on the package, click on new, other ABAP repository objects, go to other ABAP repository objects. Here you can find core data services. Select the core data services and select data definition. What you need to select? Data definition. Next, provide the name ZDemo CDS. Provide the description, sample CDS view. Next, since we are not using a proper package, it's not asking for transport request. Click on next. Here it is showing to enter DDL view name. We'll change this in the next level editor. Just click on next. Finish. So this is the CDS view. Here, what you need to maintain for CDS view, SQL DDSC view is important. So this is the CDS view name. Observe here, define view. By using define view syntax, we can write this. This is the CDS view name, and we need a data dictionary view as well. For that, provide a name. ZDemo. I'll give like this view v underscore CDS data. I'll give this view name. So it will automatically generate one view in data dictionary objects. Okay. Now define view CDS view name as select from what you need to provide here, the table name ZDemo employee, ZDemo employee. And what are the fields you want to select? What are the fields you want to select? Mention all those fields here. What are the fields we have in employee table?
Employee ID, employee name, employee salary.
Go to data dictionary tables. This one. Right click, let me check some data. New append structure. If you see here, append structure option is here. If you want to create any append structure, you need to select this. For the standard tables, usually we create append structures for the standard tables, right? Double click on the table, so you can see table fields. If you want to check the data, I think we can execute this as a web application. So you can see records here. If you execute, if you run this table, you can see records here. Okay. Click on SQL console here. We are able to generate some output, right? Click on SQL console here. You can see the backend SQL what is executing. The backend SQL what is executing to display the table. You can see here, right? If you go to SQL console, how it is going to display the result set in GUI. In GUI, we can just display the records, right? But how it is actually executing in the backend, you can see that query here. If you see this, this is the SQL that is executing in background up to 100 rows, right? Almost same syntax, right? Whatever we are writing in ABAP code. Let me add any filter. Okay, let's see that later. Anyway, first we'll create our, sorry, I don't want to deviate from CDS view. Employee ID. It's a primary key, right? I'll define this employee ID as a primary key. That's why I'm using key, employee ID, comma, employee name, comma, EMP name or a different one, city or phone number. That's it. I'm just creating CDS view with only 3 fields, right? You can also use alias names. You can also use alias names here, and it is recommended in CDS view development. Like when we create CDS views for some objects, right, where we use CDS views as data sources, right? So it is recommended to use proper alias names, like proper readable field names instead of technical field names, like this.
Sir, here data element and data type and length we can't provide, right?
We are not creating the table, right? We are accessing the data here. We are selecting the data from the table. We are not creating the table. You observed here, right? How to create the table using defined table. This is different. This is data dictionary table syntax. What are we creating now? CDS views, right? We are creating a CDS view to access the data, to select the data,
Okay.
right? You can also provide the annotations here. Check the CDS view, check, activate. Here I've just created CDS view on only single table, so we can also join multiple tables. Okay, just like how we do it in OpenSQL, how we do it in select statement, right? We can join multiple tables here in the CDS view. So since see we are defining it as a key field, that doesn't mean that it's a table. Okay, in the data selection we are defining, hey, select the data, right, considering this as a key field. Okay, that doesn't mean that we are creating any table here. We are just selecting the data from this table, zdemo employee, by using this CDS view. Activate the CDS view and execute the CDS view. Run as ABAP application. This is the output. What you can see? Output of the three tables, right? Is everyone clear? Is everyone clear of creating CDS views? In the next session, in tomorrow's session, we'll see what are the different CDS views. We have different CDS views like CDS views using parameters, CDS views using joins, CDS views using associations. So tomorrow we'll cover all the basic CDS views. Now our CDS view is ready, but how can we use this CDS view? How can we use this CDS view? Go to program or create any program. Let me create a program here, a new program. You can also create in GUI. You can also create the same program in GUI, but let's create here. Okay, finish. I'm not, first let's see how we select the data using normal select statement. Select EMP ID, EMP name, city from. I'll just select up to some 10 rows. I'm not using any where condition. We can also use where condition if required. Up to 10 rows. First 10 records. I'm just selecting first 10 records and I'll just use CL demo output to display the output. Okay. Check the syntax. CL demo output display. Correct, right? Syntax is correct, right?
And with dots, sir.
Dot period is missing.
Oh, right. Okay, activate. Execute the program. Run as ABAP application. So we got first 10 records, whatever available. You can also use where condition, right? Now let's replace this with CDS view. How can we select data using CDS view? Our CDS view is ready, right? Our CDS view is ready. This is the CDS view name. So once the CDS view is created, it will automatically generate one data dictionary view as well. This is the view. Go to view, select this in DDIC, go to SC11, display. So this is the view it is generated, right? let's say we have a ZDemo employee table, right? How can we know is there a CDS view on top of this table or not? We created CDS view for this table, right? To select data from ZDemo employee, right? Before going to write direct select statement, how can we check is there any CDS view available for this table or not? Select the enter the table name and go to where is your list, and in where is your list what we need to select? Data definitions. What you need to select? Data definitions, and click on continue. It is able to find one DDL source. This is the CDS view, right? So this is the CDS view what we created. You can see the CDS view syntax as well, but we cannot create CDS view here, but we can just check the CDS view syntax here. Clear? If you want to find CDS view on top of any database table, you can use this where is list and data definitions. If there is any CDS view created by using this table, you can see that CDS view. Okay. Now, how to use the CDS view in our program? Take the CDS view name. We can also write select statements on the views, but if you write select statements on the views, it's going to execute in the application layer level only. But to make the execution in database level, we have to use CDS view name. So instead of table name, what I am going to use here? Why it is throwing error? Saying EMP is unknown column. Why? Because we are using alias names right here. We are using alias names, right? So that's why it is throwing error. If you don't use alias name, it will take the field names as it is. But since we are using alias names, we have to change the field names here. Okay. Since we are not using any alias name for city, there is no error. Okay. So what I did here, instead of table name, I replaced this select statement with which one? CDS view. Right. Check the syntax. Activate. You can also pass where condition here for the CDS view. You can also pass where condition and execute the program. Okay. So you got the output. Now which one is executing? Is it selecting from a database table or is it selecting through CDS view?
CDS view.
It is selecting through CDS view, and the CDS view data selection will execute in which layer? Application layer or HANA database layer?
Database layer.
Database layer, right? Since it's a simple select statement, you can't find any difference. But when you are executing any complex logic using multiple tables in the join conditions, then you can see the difference of execution time. Okay. Is everyone clear? So not only in programs, the CDS view can be used as a data source. By using the CDS views, we can generate the services, interfaces, in the like REST services. We call them as gateway services. So we can do many things with this CDS view. Okay. So tomorrow we'll see few more CDS views with joins. Okay. So that you will get some idea on the CDS views concept. Okay. To assign any properties, right? To change the properties, right? What do we use in the CDS views? Annotations. These are called annotations. So these are all the standard default annotations. These are all the default annotations for view name, right? Preserve key check, authorization check, label. Label is nothing but description of the CDS view. We have few more annotations. What we need to add depends on the CDS view requirement. We need to add few more annotations. Okay. we'll see what are the annotations, and whenever you need to introduce a different property, you need to add a relevant annotation and you can use it. So tomorrow I'll provide you a few more details about HANA database, right? How it is different from a normal database and uh, normal traditional databases like Oracle. How HANA database is different because it follows two types of tables: row store and column store. I'll explain what is row store and column store, right? And how, like, what makes HANA faster, like why HANA is faster than the rest of the database systems. I'll give you some quick thing here. So how HANA will be designed? HANA is designed. So it contains so the data will be accessed from RAM. All the database tables, views, everything will be loaded to RAM level. This is disk where the data is stored as a backup. Where the data is stored as a backup. For example, the RAM, this should be a huge size of RAM, maybe in TBs, terabytes. This HANA RAMs will be in terabytes. So from where the data selection will happen, you write any program, from where the data will be selected, from the RAM level. All the tables, views with data will be loaded to RAM level, so that the program will directly access data from RAM, not from the disk. Okay. What is the use of this disk then? As a backup. As a backup. Whenever you lose, what is the RAM? What is the property of RAM? It's volatile, right? Volatile or non-volatile? The memory of RAM.
Volatile.
Volatile, right? That means as long as the system is on, the data will be available in RAM. Once the server is down or once there is any power failure, what will happen? All the data in the RAM will
The
be
data will be
deleted, cleared,
deleted.
right? Not like hard disk. RAM is not like hard disk. Hard disk will store the data permanently, right? But RAM is not like that. It will store temporarily as long as the system is on, right? So you might have a question, right? What will happen when you turn off the HANA server? You're going to lose all the data, right? Usually servers are not going to down, right? They'll be running 24/7, right? If there is any disaster happens, if there is any unexpected power failure or unexpected issues, what will happen? You are going to lose all the data from RAM level, but again you can load the data from hard disk to RAM level. Okay, clear? Since we are accessing data from the RAM, directly from the RAM, it might be thousands of times, maybe lakhs of times faster than normal data selection from hard disk. Because accessing data from RAM is faster, right? In general, in any device.
Yes, sir.
So the data
Yes, sir.
selection performance will be improved. If it takes 5 seconds to execute one OpenSQL select statement in application layer level, but if you are executing same statement in HANA database in S4 HANA environment, it will take nanoseconds to execute that statement. Okay. So tomorrow I'll give you more details about the HANA architecture. So what is like S4 HANA is running on HANA database only, right? So S4 HANA is the
Yes, sir.
application system which is running on HANA database. Okay.